Hello. Today I thought we would do a little AI experiment by checking into email and see if we can find something interesting. So, looking at my email here, let's see, we got different things. So, how about this one? So, we got this article here from, it says T.S. Eliot explains what classic is, and it's got this black and white photo. So, if we just right click on the photo and save it, we'll call it, I don't know, we'll call it T.S. Eliot. And we'll save it as a JPEG, and basically it's saved. So now we have it in this folder here, and there it is right there. Excellent. So now let's go ahead and jump into Google Gemini and say, let's add this photo first. So we're going to click on the plus. Well, first let's select the tool. So tool would be create images, and then we're going to say add the image by clicking on the plus and uploading the file, which is the one we just saved. And the first thing we're going to do in terms of having some fun with AI here, it says, how about colorize this photo to make it look much nicer, cleaner, and full of color. So let's see what it does when we ask it to colorize it. And so I'm doing this in real time so you can see that it doesn't take that much time. I noticed yesterday Grok was doing it much faster than even Gemini does, but Gemini does a pretty good job speed-wise. So now we went from here, which definitely looks dated, old, obviously black and white, things like that, to something that looks like this, which is obviously exactly the same image, but much, much, much better looking, much cleaner. Very nice. Okay, so now we have our new image here. Let's do something else. Let's add an image of T.S. Eliot sitting at this desk and looking like he's writing something. So let's see what comes up with now. And we have an image of T.S. Eliot sitting and writing something on this desk. Okay, so now we've put a person to go with this particular photo. And as you can see, it looks very nice, very realistic looking. The next step would be to take this image and drop it into VO3. Unfortunately, I'm out of credits, so I can't show it to you right now. But what I can do is save this image by right-clicking, clicking Save Image As. And we're gonna call this one, let's call it T.S. Eliot Color. Okay? So now we've got the color version, and then we're gonna pull up, let's pull up Midjourney, and let's drop it into the starting frame. And once it's there, we're just gonna go ahead and do a low-level animation and indicate that the man is carefully writing something down while thoughtfully moving his head. Okay, let's try that and let's see what happens. And so once it gets done here, as you can see, it is generating, actually, in my case, I set it up to be 2 animations at a time so it doesn't eat up a lot of my credits, because typically Midjourney does 4 by default, but generating videos takes a lot of processing time, so you end up burning through it pretty quickly if you keep generating 4 images. So I decided to do 2 at a time, and just with 2, it's not too bad. And here we are at 100%. So this is what it looks like. This is one animation. As you can see, he's raising his head, saying something, and then jotting something down. The second one looks like this. Okay? So basically, the moral of the story is pretty simple. You can go from an image that looks even absolutely terrible, like this, has a lot of problems with it, obviously, for obvious reasons. You can see it. And from there, you can actually very quickly, in just a few steps, generate something that looks like this. You can see it's the furniture from that time frame. So you don't need to invent new things that you're not sure about. What did the T.S. Eliot's room look like? Well, this is exactly what it looked like, because obviously it's a picture of his room. And did it have the books of these colors? Probably not, but it doesn't matter. It still looks good like this. And so you see his room, you see his lamp, you see his tables, everything. And then we used AI to add an image of T.S. Eliot himself and create a little animation to go with it. Then you can drop it into Descript to edit it and add some custom text using custom voices and bring the man back to life in today's time. This was a little experiment. As you can see, it didn't take much time at all, and you can play with your own photos and your own images or images that other people did by simply substituting them for something like that. Okay, with that said, I think we're done for today. Hopefully it gives you some ideas for how to get creative with AI. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And until next time, I'm Oleg.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.